Hi, everybody. My name is Angelica from the Mathematician Bookkeeping. I'm one of the students in Bryce's coaching program, and you may or may not have just seen me a few minutes ago. It never fails. Every single time I try to do one of these live videos, my hotspot always dies. No matter how often I try to keep it charged, something will happen. Anyways, so like my title says, that I am actually preparing for a QuickBooks training, and you may have seen my videos before, but basically, like I was talking about in my video before my internet died, basically this training that I'm talking about is actually through the college campus nearby. So a few months ago, I met with a referral partner, and she suggested that I do some kind of business course. So I originally went and did like a 10 financial tips for a successful business, and it was like really simple stuff. And then following that, she wanted me to do one on just regular QuickBooks training. So I said, yeah, sure, why not? And I actually ended up getting a client that pays me $500 a month out of that. And so that's been really wonderful. And it was like a $1,500 cleanup charge for them. And they've been wonderful clients. And they actually reached out to me again recently saying that they actually want to pay me to actually do the course. So they'll charge a fee for people to actually come up and attend the course. And I might be able to get new clients out of it. Like I said, I've already gained another client out of it already. And then I have really good leads. Some other people have actually reached out to me that it's just been really hard to like actually sit them down and talk with them. But I have had some success with that. So I was getting this stuff together, and basically what we're going to do is kind of like an actual course that is kind of step by step. And so one of the first things that we're going to do is talking about literally how to get started with QuickBooks. So literally signing up for QuickBooks and then what goes from there. And then from there, what I'm going to do is start progressively doing training on more complicated things within QuickBooks. So we're going to start off with just getting started. And then like 2 weeks from then, I'll do another course. It's like 15 to 30 minutes that we actually talk about how to record deposits, how to do certain more specialty items within QuickBooks, like setting up estimates, so on and so forth, tracking projects, paying sales tax, tracking sales tax, all that good stuff. And so this, I'm not exactly sure when we're going to be doing it. I will be meeting with them next week, and then I'm sure shortly sometime after that, I'll do that, do the actual course. But I figured that I would show you guys kind of what my preparation process is like for this and how exactly I do it, because I'm not saying you have to be like a public speaker or anything to do this. I am by no means a public speaker, but I wanted to give it a go anyway. Thought, why the heck not? And it's actually been pretty successful for me. So if you're interested in doing something like that, or if someone's reached out to you, if you're thinking about making a YouTube video, if you're just wanting to be an authority figure that showing like you know how to run QuickBooks or you know how to do certain things, then this video may be helpful to you. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what my process looks like right now. So here we go. It's going to be a little bit inception-y. Hi, me. Okay, so let me get out of here. So first off, I made like a rough outline. So this is kind of the points that I'm going to be going over, at least in the first course / video. I think we're actually going to record them and set them up on like the college campuses thing behind kind of a paywall, I believe. So I'm going to be letting them know QuickBooks Desktop is going to be phased out by June of this year, and it will no longer be available. The support for it at least won't be after any point of 2020's like Premier Desktop version. So that's something that I'm going to be including in there. The other is how to actually set up QuickBooks Online. First, that's obviously going to be choosing the right subscription and going over that with them, creating the actual QuickBooks account, and then going through the QuickBooks prompts whenever you first sign up, adding your banking info, setting up your chart of accounts, categorizing transactions, creating and sending invoices, creating and paying bills. So these are kind of like the basic things you need to actually get QuickBooks going for your regular clients, right? So I am going to create a little slideshow that I can actually show whenever I'm doing this presentation. I'll hook my laptop up to the TV and be able to kind of go through it step by step with everyone. So first off, I'm using Google Slides. If you have Microsoft, you might be able to use PowerPoint or whatever you use. So I had originally, this is the one that I made that was like 10 financial tips to be a successful business owner. And then I had done one a while back. Let's see if this is the one I'm thinking of. This originally was like 10 QuickBooks features to help, and that's where I ended up getting that $500 a month client. But you can see here that I had like all this information put in about the subscriptions, online features, and then I go into detail about what each of those features do. And so I made a copy of that, but now I'm calling it Getting Started with QuickBooks. And so I'm going to go through the process similar. These are the same slides that I'm using from the other one, but I'm basically talking about QuickBooks, why it's a necessity, why it's necessary, and then talk about the subscription plans, what each of them entail, and then I'll probably open it up to the audience. At max, it's going to be about 15 people, but that's still pretty decent. So I'm going to probably open it up to the audience and ask them a few questions, a little bit about their business, and be able to use them as examples of what exactly subscription they should be using within their company. And yes, you can always upgrade. So then I have this slide here talking about QuickBooks Online versus self-employed, and what the difference is between that. And then I'll talk just a little bit about some of the features that we'll be discussing throughout the whole entirety of the course. And then I'm going to go straight into, all right, so we've clicked on our subscription. We know exactly what we want to do. We're moving forward. QuickBooks is going to ask you to set up an online account with your email address that you're going to be using and a password. And this is going to be the password and email address that you use every single time to log in. So I'm going to let them know that. And then it's going to immediately prompt you, since you are a new QuickBooks user, these prompts here. So first it's going to ask your business name, which is one of the things that I didn't have a picture of. But this is literally the step-by-step process, these prompts that it asks as soon as a business starts. I literally went in and did a free trial on QuickBooks earlier as like a new business owner. That way I could actually get this and be able to like have this documented, because there's not really a good place where it's documented with like the newer version of QuickBooks. So it's going to ask their name. They can enter that in. And then it's going to ask, how have you been managing your finances? What's your industry? What kind of business is it? How does your business make money? What's your main role? Who works at this business? What apps do you use? Do you want to set up QuickBooks right now, or do you want to explore around before you do it? Linking your bank accounts, setting up invoices or tracking receipts and bills, everything that you want to set up. If they track sales tax, if they want to track time, manage inventory, so on and so forth, these are options they have. This is the little thing that I show at the end. So then right as soon as I get to this last slide here, that's the end of the prompts. And then what I'm actually going to do whenever I'm there is demonstrate how to use QuickBooks from the sample company that QuickBooks provides. If you don't know how to get to it, basically you just go right here to your little gear icon whenever you're logged in, and there should be a thing under profile that says sample company, and then you can switch to the sample company. So it is just what it is, the sample company that gives you options to kind of mess around in there, to be able to look at a few things, see invoices, so on and so forth. So I'm not going to do this with them. I'm going to do like a quick walkthrough and basically let them know, like, this is where you're actually going to see your bank accounts linked. So as you can see here, there's these fake bank accounts that have been linked and transactions. If they want to link their own bank account, all you have to do is click link account, put in your third-party user, your username and password that you use for your banking establishment, and then put in the timeline that you want to bring over transactions. If you're trying to do it from the beginning of 2023, then start it off January of 2023, and you can bring in your stuff. And then you move forward, and then you can show them. So once that is set and you have everything linked, it's going to start bringing in your transactions automatically. And so you can see here some of these transactions that have come over. And that, yes, this looks a little scary and daunting when you don't know what you're looking at. But for now, we're just going to focus on some of these little things. So once the account has been linked, that's already a big step out of the way, and you want to link anything that has to do with your business. So checking, savings, it looks like they got a credit card. And then we're going to discuss chart of accounts. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail with them about what a chart of accounts is and what things need to be labeled as a chart of accounts. So obviously you have your banking establishments, your accounts receivable, accounts payable, your assets, your liabilities, equity, income, and then your expenses and cost of goods sold, and what each thing should go as and going accordingly. Then I'll give them a quick little example of how it looks whenever you organize your transactions, and that some of this, let's see if there's one that doesn't actually have. So like this, for instance, this A rental, since we are a landscaping company, is going to be considered as probably a cost of goods sold. And actually, you know what? It would probably be considered more of like equipment rental. So I'm going to do that. Equipment rental, that is a job expense. And then I'm not even going to worry about that because we'll talk about that later on. But just letting them know that a chart of accounts can be set up specifically for equipment rentals, and then they can add it into that. So then it automatically categorizes, and it will go specifically to that category where they can see it on their profit and loss report, so on and so forth. And then one of the other things that I want to cover with them, because they want to start receiving money, is sending out invoices, ways that they can actually get paid through QuickBooks if they choose to use QuickBooks as their merchant services, or if they use Square or some other third-party thing that they can actually add in. That way it can start tracking it. And so that's just going to be the basic presentation that I'm covering with them. But you can see where I was going, where I had an outline where I wanted to discuss these things. And then I made a little presentation of what they're going to actually be seeing whenever they sign up. And then I'm going to show them how to do certain things within the QuickBooks sample company. And then at the very end of the presentation, I'm just going to show them this, let them know, hey, I'm here for you. Of course, I'll have business cards and all kinds of stuff available for them. So this is pretty much what I have been doing. And then of course, for the next presentation, it's going to be a little more in depth. These pictures will be replaced with more information about, okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty of looking at invoices compared to estimates. And then I'll give them examples in the sample company. So that, I hope, helped you guys. I don't know if it will. I don't know how many of you are actually going to try to take this and use it within your business. It's just been a really cool opportunity that's come up for me that has made me some success and income. And so I'm hoping that maybe you'll find it achievable as well. And feel free to use my outline. You know, it's not the best. I tend to ramble on, and I tend to be kind of all over the place whenever I'm conducting these things and whenever I'm actually up there doing public speaking. But I like to try to incorporate the audience. And so, yeah, we will see how everything goes. And like I said, I think we're actually going to record these sessions and put them up somewhere. So hopefully I can get a copy of one of those recordings and just kind of show you guys what that looks like. Maybe it will help build your confidence if that is something that you were considering. And again, you don't have to do it in person. This is just something that was suggested to me by my referral partner, just because some people may not choose to comment on YouTube videos. And then also you just have that face-to-face interaction where they can kind of get an idea of who you are, how you work as a person. They build that trust up a little bit faster, and then they can ask those questions in person. They're, you know, a little more fear of missing out whenever they don't ask their questions. And I have had several people ask questions. Of course, you can go back through, I believe there's a video somewhere around September or October where I posted a little snippet of what one of those presentations or seminars or whatever you want to call it looked like. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. And, you know, if you have questions right now before I close this up, just leave something in the little chat box for me, and we can discuss whatever questions you have regarding that, because I know, like I said, it can be kind of daunting. But if not, I'll probably close this meeting out or this little video out soon. And all of this wouldn't be possible unless it was for Bryce being able to kind of show me the ropes, have me reach out to referral partners that have given me this opportunity. So if you are also looking for a way to establish your business and to get it off its feet and get a little more traction, build some confidence within yourself, then please feel free to book a phone call with Bryce to see how he could help you with the link in the description. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. That way I know to keep doing it. I don't know if y'all really enjoy these kind of behind the scenes look into what I'm doing or what Bryce is doing or what anybody is doing. I feel like we can all take inspiration from each other. So thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.